It's currently 7 7 12 26 13 10. Ironically backwards, but still. I'll just ponder. This is one of my other videos. Oh yeah, you step up on my Outbounds Liberation channel. Um, Many people, certain beings being around is causing certain to the left or to the right not to get active and to do what is required to ensure a future not only for themselves but for their children. So, at least for I's being, as with, like I said, back in the school days, when you had the teacher would say, all right, if we have this amount, get B's or A's on the test, upcoming the price some crazy, whatever this time of the year or whatever test it was, you should have a pizza party the following Friday. And there were times when the class didn't meet. It's probably like 1, 2, 3, whatever. Like I say, even myself at times probably didn't meet it, and I personally didn't care. I'll go and order a pizza when I go. But the class would say, "Why do we have to suffer because they didn't study properly and get the high that above 85 or 80 was a B, I believe? Why don't they have to just go somewhere else for the pizza party and we enjoy the pizza party?" Same energy. Back in, yeah, I said President Obama was one of the presidents likely who gave you, I would say, I said in my other video, back when President Trump was the first president, um, come with resources. He's a businessman. Get your resources together and talk to Congress. And people say, "Oh, we are waiting," like the black community, we're waiting until the next election. I'm like, you're going to keep waiting. You're going to burn 4 years of potential to do nothing. I'm doing that, but the conscious me is doing that every election, no matter who the person is. Like I said, on top of that, you're creating a paper trail. So if I do decide to rebel tomorrow, man, I've been doing this for the past 5, 6, 7 presidents. I'm tired. Well, I guess depending on the term, the actual 3 to 4, well, 4 presidents, which would be a total of 16 years, if not, if they do 8 years. Well, I'm driven. 8, 16, 24. Yeah, so 3 presidents would be 24 years. So 2 presidents would be 16 years. Yeah, exactly. So basically gave him a nice window where the public was demanding, and not only demanding, coming with resources to achieve these demands and putting less burden on the Congress. And therefore, I am now going crazy, and I'm going to take. I'm going to take. I'm tired. But you can't. You're not able to hang your hat on that because you haven't been. I'm not doing this. But the point. Back to the point. I, for my being sake, I'll sign a contract which is binding by law. That whatever you, the people, achieve, I want no parts of it. I get zero. 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 But the other side to that, you must leave I alone so that I can. Since I'm not going to be a part of the protest and whatever the protests achieve, must be able to work. Like I said, I require about 130,000 financial stability so I can relocate and go to another country or a continent, even better, and not be a part of your system and establish my own business or figure out. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like I said, once I'm out of America's lines, it's no longer your concern. The logical solution, or exactly, even I mean, like people act like they're righteous. That's what they should do anyway. Well, so and so can't get a part of it, but it's like also you're giving Congress, or those not Congress, but those in power who wish to keep humans down, the blueprint to keep you down. I'm just going to keep pushing people out there or make people out there to be hated who are doing stuff that are, or activities that are attempting to free you up and make you hate them, that you won't get active and do anything. Like I said, I have no problem signing a contract. I was raised by a ranger, no mommy in the house. You go out there and get on your own. Don't kiss nobody but for anything. If you don't have it, do without until you can get it. Figure it out however you legally, of course, but figure it out and go get it on your own. They don't want nothing to do with you. Leave them alone. And that's what I made the video you said about my outbound operations after it was clear they're never going to stop, which was in 2018. It's still on the channel, so it has a date and the time. Ain't on Down the Court 10 IBI. The year in which it was uploaded, which was like almost 10 years ago. Be 10 years, I believe, in 28. But I was on the, I'm out anyway, but Sonic, with the timing where there was beautiful energy, they'd see, but you can't exactly. So they're going to the, how are you going to sit here and fight for justice when you're excluding people for no crimes or just because of not liking them? As it says in the scriptures, you're fulfilling the prophet. That means Babylon is already fallen. You have Dr. Richie Rashad show where cops are killing people, legislation being denied, at least to blacks, for protection from those very beings or just equal rights. And you're saying you're not going to fight because of you don't like somebody? That's why I said my video I was freestyling yesterday. This is why no matter what they do, they shall fall, because first of all, they rhyme with nations in whom the Lord said to do away with. And as I said, Dr. Umar said, oh, you're operating on the same frequency. That's why it tells you to separate from that energy and build your own communities and operate from that point. See, you become the same, like what? So, as a white person, forgiven for slavery, owe money for slavery, burned down Black Wall Street, owe money for Black Wall Street. Civil rights bills were created, and is still allowed to share in civil rights. So as a descendant of that, first of all, you shouldn't even have a say. Like I said, you owe somebody money, you just gotta enjoy the ride. And you're sitting here saying, oh, I don't want to be because of it. Well, I didn't want to be here anyway, especially since I gotta work harder than most whites. But I'm old and still being hindered by whites.